Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Love Island recap with Pi Radio. We've been doing this for many weeks now, haven't we?
We're coming to the end. It's been a rocky road. It's been crazy. We've had a lot of drama.
We have indeed, and it's starting to settle down. Oh no, probably not. Actually, it's not settling down at all.
We're not settling down at all, and there's more forfeits on the way.
Yes,
not
we
today.
are. I know, right? So we're going to make some predictions today, and tomorrow there will be a forfeit if we guess which couple is voted home tonight.
Definitely.
So, Keiron, let's get started because Friday and Sunday's episode was ultra juicy, wasn't it?
It's all going. It's all coming up, Jake. Not coming up, Jake. It's all like it's like an avalanche, and Jake's at the bottom of it. It's like an avalanche of.
He's really in the firing line, isn't he?
He is. He's done for.
Do you know what? Normally at this time of the year of Love Island, everyone's settled down, everyone's having romantic meals, talking about how much they love each other and how much they can't wait to get out. And it gets a little bit soppy around this time of the season. But oh no, not this year. Not this year. Hell no. So on Friday's episode, we seen a little bit of a rocky kind of road between Jake and Lib, and we've been seeing that all of last week, weren't we? Really, they were kind of up and down. There was a few challenges that kind of shown them really truly what the public think of them, what people inside the villa think of them, how that kind of is being perceived. And I feel like Lib was feeling a little bit self-conscious because she'd said love you and he not said it back. And I feel like they were just going for a really, really rocky week, weren't they?
It was, nothing was going right for it. I mean, I suppose it was all meant. It's good that it happened because obviously we've been saying that Jake's been playing a game for a while, and it was good to test if he's playing a game. We still haven't come to the bottom of whether he's playing a game or not.
Okay, so the question on everyone's lips is: do you think that Jake is playing a game?
Fake, real or fake? I think just from what it is, I think he is a bit fake. But I think he does kind of like Lib.
Yeah,
I think he's fake, but I think he likes Lib. Like. In general, I think he does actually like Liv. I don't think he's playing her.
See, I'm going to say something, and I'm going to say it with my chest, like I always do, and I'm going to be brutally honest about my feelings and opinions. I genuinely do think Jake has come in there from the start for the 50K. I found out the other day that he brought those bracelets in by himself, and I know that doesn't change much because he's brought them in just so that if he finds someone, he can give it to them, but then it's a little bit like, well, was that your intention so that you could go all the way to the finale and take the win and the 25K? Like, it is a game, right? Love Island is a game. We are forgetting this sometimes. And I feel like possibly he is playing a game, and he has been from the outset and throughout. And I feel like he's been found out, and even as a most to Friday and Sunday's episode, anytime that anyone's been like, well, this is what we think, he's been like, what? No. It's a little bit like, right, well, obviously you are then, because you're making it mega on top right now.
He's honestly like, what does my head about Jake is he just seems to think, I don't know what happens in Somerset where Jake is from. I don't know what the rules are in Somerset, but whenever anyone calls him out on anything, he thinks just gets as angry as he possibly can, and it sort of seems to scare Lib into the point where she just sort of takes anything he gets just to put it down.
Yeah, see, I think that Lib's definitely got rose tinted glasses on, 1,000,000%. She is sat there, and anything that he says or does, she is always going to forgive him. And I feel like that's what happens when you're smitten and in love. She is not wrong for that by any means necessary, but sometimes I just want to shake her and be like, come on, like, come inside your head in this situation. And what would you tell Kaz if that was happening to her right now? And secondly, also as well, I feel like Jake, right, respectfully needs to stop telling, right, he needs to stop using "you're my girlfriend" as a scapegoat to get him out of absolutely everything, because it whacked me up so bad. Like, literally, he was like, Chloe's my type, Mary's my type, but you're my girlfriend. What? Like,
that's worse. That's worse than just saying, like, because he not only he's saying all this stuff, he's like, he's almost acting as though he's trapped. He's like saying, oh, these all people are my type. It doesn't matter because you're going out with Liv.
I know, like, you shouldn't have a type. Like, when you make somebody your girlfriend is then your type. And I feel like Jake has not been fully tested because no one really has ever come in there and been like, I've got my eyes on Jake. Let me get to know him from the start. And I feel like possibly if that was the case, his head would have turned. Chloe said a really good point yesterday. And she said, I think it was Chloe or it was Faye, I'm not too sure. But one of them turned around and said, well, was he the first to make Lib his girlfriend because he was playing a game? And there was kind of a rush to do so because even though they have been good from the start, and obviously he said that when he came back from before he went to Casa Amor, I just feel like it was a little bit too soon, possibly.
I think it was a bit too soon. I think he knew Casa Amor was coming up, and he just knew, like, you know, it was going to
seal the deal.
Yeah, before Casa Amor.
Exactly.
I do think it was a bit. I always thought it was a bit too soon. I think it was a bit too.
Yeah.
I mean, I romantic gestures or whatever. I do think it was a bit over the top, but I think it's a romantic gesture. If anyone was to make that, you know what I mean. But I think it was for how soon it was. I think it was a bit like, oh, wow, okay,
yeah,
like that's a bit much.
Yes. So in terms of him taking her for a chat onto the he took her for a chat. No, she took him for a chat, sorry, on the terrace. And she said, look, I'm going to lay all my cards out on the table, make or break situ. This is how I feel, blah, blah, blah. Told him how she feels. And then she was like, I love you. You've not said it back.
Which is like, why wouldn't you just say it back? This is my thing, right? If he doesn't want to, he was like, oh, I want to say it too soon and all this. Like, I don't want to say it. But like, I mean, in my head, as soon as you made someone your girlfriend, you're taking you're accepting that you're going to say you all this stuff that you love her and all that. You don't get next to your girlfriend if you don't love her.
See, for me, I said the 3 words before I got into a relationship. Like, it normally traditionally works that way, doesn't it?
It's like one of them words, isn't it?
I mean, it is. To be fair, like the 3 words, I love you, are very, very strong words. And to be fair, to a certain extent, if he doesn't feel right in saying it, then I get where he's coming to a certain extent. But then this is why I don't agree with him, because he threw the words out to escape the situation. Stephanie commented saying, Jake is evil. He really said, I love you to escape the situation. And honestly, that is so true. Like, she started asking him and he was going, he was like, tell me how you feel about me. And he was like, well,
you're my girlfriend. And in that entire speech, he didn't once compliment her on anything. He just went, you might go. I'll see you across the room. I just want to rip your clothes off.
Yeah,
that's not a compliment.
Yeah,
I'm just saying you want to shag her.
I know, literally. And with all like due respects, we've mentioned this before in previous recaps that even when the whole situation went down, where he said, "Oh, I don't want to rip her clothes off," and he was having a little bit of problems at the start of the situation, he was turning around and being like, "Oh, you're my girlfriend," rather than being like, Lib, you're beautiful. Do you know what I mean? Of course, I want to rip your clothes off. That was just an off comment that I should have said I shouldn't have said in the wrong moment. And I'm really sorry. But he didn't go about that. He was like, you're my girlfriend. You're my girlfriend. It's like, so what? Like, making somebody your girlfriend does not change anything. Like, it doesn't mean that, like, he was like, oh, you're my right arm and you're this and you're that. And I feel like if it is genuine, then fair enough. But I feel like we have every right as viewers to be questioning his genuinity.
Yeah.
Is that
a question how genuine it actually is.
That's
really.
what I mean. And
it's just, I don't know, it's just something a bit like, and what was it? Was it Friday or was it Thursday when we had that moment where Tyler had asked Kaz to be, exclusive?
Yeah.
And he just sort of made us stand there. And I remember watching it, I'm thinking, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you actually doing?
I know. Like, for me, it was just a little bit like, I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. I was trying to figure out the whole episode why he was doing that. Like, there must have been a reasoning, but there weren't. It was just like,
I was just literally feeling sick in my stomach. I'm like, Jake, come on now.
I know.
Like, you want a girlfriend after this?
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
And he was like, wait here, like holding her back. And I just thought, why? Like, it's not natural for her to wait there. And then even Faye turned around and was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you stood there? And she was like, exactly. Like, I genuinely don't know what's going on. So then we had the aftermath of the terrace situ, where I think was possibly one of the awkwardest moments of the entire season, because Liberty came downstairs to say, look, Jake turned around and said, I love you. And everyone was like, I Oh
It was just
my
like
God.
no one
I was
were.
literally sat there and my toes were curling so bad, and she was just literally like, that wasn't the reaction I was expecting. She was like, do you think I'm an idiot? And I just think, oh my God, like, poor Lib, man. Like, I just feel like she's really been dealt the wrong cards this season. And I genuinely do feel like she is smitten and in love with Jake. And do you think that that was the right reaction for the girls to give?
I don't know. If you can have, you could. I mean, if they're looking out for her, like you could say that. Oh, they're looking out for her. They see Jake as like a showman and all that. And fair enough. I mean, I'd take that up with Jake. I don't know. I don't know whether, because I've always said, if there's two people and they're happy, they're in love and all this lot.
Yeah.
Like, leave them to it, and then if you've got any problems, tell them at the end of the relationship. Like, but I don't know. Maybe they should have gone to Jake. Maybe they should have gone to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See, I feel like they needed that kind of like moment for them to be like, okay, this is how we feel. However, I don't personally feel like it was the right moment. But then they're just being honest. I just feel like it was just a little bit tight. I can't explain it. I just felt like it was a little bit like, oh, I feel really tight now. Like she's come down and obviously told, the people that she's closest to in the villa kind of what's going on and how she was feeling. And she didn't really get much.
No one really cared.
No,
No one really wanted to say out.
I know. And then even the same with Jake. But again, I feel like the situation with Liberty, like I don't feel like Faye should have walked off. I feel like she should be able to control herself in that environment, not to blow off. Like I understand that she was doing it from the intention of Teddy, but I just feel like Faye has this. I feel like Faye has this thing where she just has to make everything
about her.
And it's like, do you know what, right? Don't get me wrong, I love Faye to bits. I really genuinely do. I'm happy to see past the whole situation and treat her on a fair basis. However, I feel like she possibly shouldn't have walked off. Like, come on, you're a fully grown woman. You should have enough self-control as to be like, well, I'm not going to pop off and I'm going to have time to listen to what you've got to say, because I feel like it was just a little bit rude and dismissive. It was like, oh no, I can't be here right now. I'm going to have to leave. And it was just a bit like, well, she's just literally saying, oh, he said I love you. Like, it's not really a mega deep
It's
thing,
not. No, it's just keep making. I think it was because she had a yellow card from the producers. Like after last time.
Yeah, that's probably true, actually.
But like, honestly, she should have been able to control herself. And if you can't control yourself in those situations, then like, you need to see someone about that, because that's not even that deep.
I know, right? Literally, she was like, I'm gonna get angry. I was like, oh no, she's gonna pop off. But I think that Chloe has definitely gone about this situation the best.
Chloe's been the one to.
Chloe's been real. Chloe's
Literally.
been so real with her the whole way through, and she's been like questioning to see whether she can see it from another side of the angle. She's been definitely supporting her as well, and I feel like she is like the middle ground of being like, I'm your friend. I'm gonna tell you what's right and what's wrong, and I'm also gonna call you out on your BS if I feel like you're being if you're wearing your rose tinted glasses too often.
Literally, and like Toby and Chloe have grown so much from the start of the season. Like Toby and Chloe, I remember a couple of like recaps ago, we hated them. Like we really disliked Chloe and Toby.
Yeah, it was just that they kind of just like frustrated us a little bit in some of the episodes. I won't go as far as hate.
We didn't hate them, no. Hate is a strong word, no hate, but like, yeah, they did frustrate us a lot.
I love them, like them two for the win. Literally them two for the win. And I feel like I can kind of see past Chloe's like annoying voice where she's like, well, I don't really know like what. I'm like, oh, here we go. But like her voice is a little bit frustrating sometimes and hard to be around. However, I feel like it's starting to grow on me a bit, and them two are really, really funny. So yeah, they're a good couple. I think that Kaz and Tyler have hit it off. They've definitely become a strong, solid couple. How do you feel about them?
Yeah, Kaz and Tyler are getting there now. That they were a bit when it was in the transition from Kaz and Matt to Kaz and Tyler again. Yeah, that was a bit like, all right, this is a bit icky. Yeah. But now they've finally sorted themselves out. It's
what's your opinion on Brett and Priya?
Oh, it just seems to me it seems forced. Like it just seems like I don't think they both like each other. I think they got into old married couple phase.
Yeah,
And it's just
already
like,
as
it's like, you're not
well.
even, we talk for 2 days.
I know,
Sort it
right?
out. Like,
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree. I feel like as well, like last night when she turned around and was like, "Oh, I'm bored." I was like, "Oh, she made the wrong
yeah.
decision with Matt. Like, is this a vibe for her?"
Brett just seems like so boring. Like,
Yeah, I think what it is that he lacks in character a little bit.
yeah,
And
I
I
feel like
feel
he's,
like, I don't know. Do you know what I think it is? He probably doesn't lack in character because he said a few like really funny comments. So I retract that statement. However, I feel like he's too smitten by Priya to the point where I feel like he has to prove his intelligence to her rather than just be himself. I feel like because he feels like he's punching with her a little bit, you can see the kind of the chase to impress her because she's a little bit of a diva. And I feel like he can't let his guard down and be his actual self through fear that she might not like him.
yeah,
But he's a nice guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel
he's
like everybody
nice.
should just be themselves. Otherwise, you do end up kind of in a situation where you don't really you're not even being yourself. And what's the point in that? Like, you only get on TV once in your lifetime.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
you just gotta like live it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
he had
enjoy
such a big
it.
entrance too, but like I feel like it's like a case of now it's just sort of all right.
Yeah.
He's just sort of done nothing. They don't get much airtime anymore, do they?
No,
It's
that's
like,
true. What did you think about in the challenge where Priya and Brett turned around and was like, "Oh, who else would it be? We're definitely the most intelligent." Like, come on, I would have left the villa if
yeah.
we'd have turned around and said we were the most intelligent. I was just a little bit like,
It was like, all right.
See,
I mean,
I don't mind somebody having faith in their own killie and being like, okay, yeah, I'm intelligent and blah, blah, blah. But I feel like to put other islanders down.
yeah, you can
by
tell. The thing is, I
saying
can tell they've
that.
both just grown up on that like sort of high society sort of place,
Yeah.
and that like the fact that they just the thing is they've just been in the clouds so long, and I think that's where that comment came from. Both of them.
Kind of like Tories.
Yeah, Tories, high society. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I've heard nothing real, probably nothing real, just rumors, just things people have just told me. Probably not even true, but apparently Priya has a crush on Boris Johnson. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard floating around. That's
that makes
that's
so
allegedly.
much sense now because I literally seen a tweet today that was like a Photoshop picture of Boris Johnson and it had her like full name on it. And he was waiting for her at the airport, like an actual picture. And I thought now that makes so much sense. Like now you've said it, and that's why
I just heard it around. It's probably not even true. It sounds a bit wild to be honest, but I
know.
But yeah, no, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, that's hilarious. And then what do we think of like Faye and Teddy, Toby and Chloe? Like, who do we feel like is going to be voted the least compatible by everybody tonight? So Faye and Teddy, Priya and Brett, Jake and Lib, and who was the last one?
There's
Jake and Lib.
Marion and Aaron.
That's the one.
Right, that's the thing. That obviously Mary and Aaron haven't been in for long. Neither Priya and Brett. I don't think Priya and Brett are the most compatible.
No.
I don't know if they're going to get voted
especially
off.
after the end of last night as well.
I don't think they're going to be voted off more. I don't think they're going to be voted off because they're like.
Do you
they're
not
new.
think?
I don't know. There's some. But the thing is, I don't think they're going to vote off the older ones either. So I reckon Mary and Aaron and Priya and Brett are the most like at risk. I think.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if they vote out Liberty and Jake.
Yeah.
Because they're obviously because they're OGs, but then they're like. You know, they don't want Lib to go. They might want Jake to leave, but they want Lib to go. What do you think?
Ooh, I'm not too sure, I'm not too sure. I feel like no matter what I choose, I'm going to get a forfeit. I'll be honest, because I feel like tonight is really unpredictable because a lot of people hate Faye and Teddy. A lot of people don't like Jake and Lib. A lot of people want Brett and Priya out. A lot of people will choose Mary and Aaron. So I genuinely don't know.
I would love to see. I'm sick of Faye at this point. You remember Teddy made her a meal last night, and I remember like. Fair enough, you don't like the meal. If you don't like what you're eating, just be polite about it. But she was just so rude, like acting like she was just.
I hate pasta. Right, well, just have a mouthful. Do you know what I mean? He made it for you.
He's made it for you. And I don't. It's just it grates on me how she's just like.
No pun intended.
she's literally like it's like she's got it in her head that she has to be this like tough, banter woman. Like she just gives banter all the time, and she's really
Yeah.
playing it just to the point where it seems fake. Like she's just saying it because she wants to have this TV personality, and it always does my head in.
Yeah, no, to be fair, actually, I would probably agree with that statement. And I do genuinely feel like she definitely needs to chill out a little bit. It did annoy me last night when she was not trying any of the pasta. I'm just like, yo, try some of the pasta. Like, he's made it for you.
It's not going to kill you. It's not going to kill you at all.
And you know what? Like, she's not a fussy person. She knows she's not a fussy person. So just have a little bit of the pasta that he's made for you. Otherwise, you're going to be starving all night.
He just looked like he was just mean because obviously he's put effort into that meal, and like you know he's just something that he's just a nice thing, and then everyone's like having a nice cute chat, and then she's just like, oh, I hate pasta, I hate this pasta.
Yes, literally.
Horrible.
So who do we think is going tonight?
Predictions. Ooh, I think Brett and Priya definitely.
Really don't know. I really don't know. I genuinely don't. I just don't feel like they would let go of Brett and Priya just because they just got in. I genuinely don't. Even if they got the most votes, I don't think they'd vote them out. Do you know what I'm going to say? Mary and Aaron.
Mary and Aaron.
I hope they don't go, but I think that they will.
They might do. There's a good chance they could go.
Yeah. So your prediction is Brett and Priya. Are you locking it in?
I'm locking it in. Brett and Priya.
And I'm going to say Mary and Aaron. And we will join us tomorrow for the forfeit of that. So bear those predictions in mind. Whoever goes tonight, there will be a forfeit either way because we made different predictions and only one couple is going home. Oh, at least we know two anyway. Two couples might go home. We don't know.
True.
That's why you need to watch Love Island at 9 p.m. tonight and us at 11 a.m. sharp tomorrow.
Definitely. We'll see you there. Make sure you tune in about 10 minutes, 5 minutes for the afternoon's tunes, and then go after 2 o'clock, have a nap, come back 4 o'clock for Monday drive time.
With me, Sophie Wall, I'll be playing best of UK hip hop and rap from across the globe. And Keiron will be doing a chili challenge today.
There's going to be tears shed
today.
Just
like the forfeit tomorrow.
Just like the forfeit. There's going to be tears shed this week.
Literally. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. sharp, and we hope you enjoy the episode tonight.